Hey everyone, I'm Joss, a three-time head of RevOps and co-founder of ClearSync, the Stripe to HubSpot integration designed for recurring revenue teams. If you're trying to integrate Stripe and HubSpot, there are multiple paths you can take, and the right option really depends on how you're using Stripe today and how much you want to build or maintain yourself. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the full landscape so you can understand what will work best for your business. Let's start with the very first question I ask someone who comes to me for advice. Are you using Stripe as your actual billing system or just as a payment processor inside another billing tool? A lot of companies don't realize the distinction matters. For example, if you're using HubSpot Commerce or Maxio, those tools may use Stripe to process credit cards, but the subscription and billing logic actually lives inside Commerce Hub or Maxio. In that scenario, Stripe is not your system of record. If that's you, your best option is to use the native integration provided by your billing system, like Maxio's HubSpot integration or HubSpot Commerce's built-in objects. None of the other solutions in this video will apply because Stripe doesn't really have the data that you care about. But if Stripe is your billing source of truth, meaning your subscriptions, invoices, and revenue logic all live in Stripe, then the next question is if you're selling subscriptions or just one-time charges. If you're only selling one-time charges and just need payment data to show up in HubSpot, HubSpot's free Stripe data sync app is actually a great option. The only part I recommend using is the invoice sync because that's the one object that reliably reflects payment status and plays well inside HubSpot. If you want a deeper breakdown of how the free Stripe app works, we have a full video and guide on the ClearSync YouTube channel and at docs.clearsync.ai. The next question is a big one. Do you need to create or modify Stripe data from HubSpot? A lot of sales-led teams want to do things like create a Stripe invoice or subscription when a HubSpot deal moves to close one. If that's your goal, you realistically have two options. Build something yourself using middleware like Zapier or Make, or buy a tool designed for writing to Stripe from HubSpot, like SaaS Hapily. Let's first talk about building it yourself. Zapier seems simple at first, but you'll quickly run into the complexity of Stripe's data model. Stripe stores key data like customers, subscriptions, invoices, payments, line items, proration events, and coupons in deeply nested structures. On the other side, HubSpot defines customers totally differently, and you can't write to HubSpot's native invoice or subscription objects because those belong to HubSpot Commerce. So you'll end up needing HubSpot Enterprise for custom objects, and even then, you'll need to define and build custom logic for things like proration, different billing terms, and usage-based pricing yourself. It's absolutely possible, but it becomes a multi-month project with lots of expected long-term maintenance and support. If DIY isn't for you and you do need the ability to modify Stripe data from HubSpot, SaaS Hapily might be an option. Hapily lets you create or modify Stripe records directly inside HubSpot, but there are some important trade-offs to be aware of. Giving reps the ability to write to Stripe often leads to incorrect invoices, duplicate subscriptions, and cleanup work for founders or finance teams, even if you have an approval process in place. Hapily's $369 per month starter plan only includes 2 seats and works with all versions of HubSpot, but forces you to store Stripe data on the HubSpot deal object, which isn't a best practice. Most RevOps teams don't want that since it often creates duplicative deal data and confusing views from the company record. Hapily's $619 per month Pro plan includes 2 custom objects for subscriptions and transactions instead of deals, which is a much better approach but requires HubSpot Enterprise. And for subscription businesses, Hapily does not produce complete or reliable MRR reporting. For example, Hapily doesn't create churn records, and its upgrade and downgrade records don't include essential fields like previous MRR, updated MRR, or the actual MRR change. Hapily also doesn't import all historical MRR changes, so if you care about accurate subscription analytics inside HubSpot, Hapily likely won't meet your needs. This is where ClearSync comes in. ClearSync is a purpose-built Stripe to HubSpot integration designed specifically for recurring revenue companies. We import your full subscription and MRR change history automatically and create subscription records that show real-time MRR and ARR and stay fully in sync with Stripe. ClearSync also creates clean MRR change records for every event. new subscriptions, upgrades, downgrades, and churns. Each record includes the previous MRR, the updated MRR, the delta or MRR change, and it's all related to your HubSpot companies and contacts. We deliver all of this using HubSpot app objects, which work on every HubSpot tier, even the free version. So unlike Happily, you don't need HubSpot Enterprise to get clean subscription data structured in objects and records. ClearSync also gives you the ability to surface subscription data right on the company record using rollups or property syncs, so your team can instantly see things like MRR, ARR, renewal dates, and active products. Inside HubSpot reporting, ClearSync's app object records let us build powerful reporting and dashboards right within HubSpot, where you can see things like current MRR and ARR in real time, MRR change this year, quarter, month, week, MRR change visualized over time by type, meaning your new upgrade, downgrade, churn buckets. You can report on cumulative changes to MRR over time, for example, visualizing your new upgrade MRR and your downgrade and churn MRR in separate charts. You can easily build segmented reporting using the key customer segmentation fields on your HubSpot company records. For example, looking at MRR by product, by country, by employee bucket, or industry. You can also see nicely formatted tables like your largest customers or your currently past due subscriptions. You can also take those clean, real-time MRR change records into HubSpot workflows to drive powerful automations. For example, you can send Slack alerts when an MRR change happens. You can automatically create deals for upgrades or new sales, or trigger a failed payment sequence that automatically stops once the payment succeeds. These kinds of automated flows are extremely hard and sometimes impossible with Zapier, Happily, or HubSpot's free Stripe app. So in conclusion, here's the summary of what we recommend choosing. If you're using HubSpot Commerce as your billing system, you have to use HubSpot's native apps and objects because Stripe is no longer your source of truth. If you only process one-time charges and don't sell subscriptions, HubSpot's free Stripe Data Sync app is totally fine as long as you stick to the invoice sync. If you need to create or modify Stripe data from inside HubSpot and don't need accurate MRR reporting, SaaS Hapily could be your best option. And finally, if you're a subscription business that wants real-time MRR visibility, clean change history, and the ability to report and automate based on Stripe data inside HubSpot, ClearSync's the best fit. We offer a 14-day free trial. We'll help you set everything up. We'll build your reporting and workflows for you, and you get to keep all of your historical data, even if you choose not to move forward. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or want help evaluating your best option, feel free to leave a comment below or email me at joss@clearsync.ai, and I'm happy to help. Thanks.